Hi friends, today's reading is how would they describe you if they were to describe you honestly. Now this reading could be about anyone that you have in mind. They could be a friend, a boss, a romantic partner. How would that person describe you? For this we are using 4 decks: Tarot of the Divine, the Good Karma Tarot deck, the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck, and Tarot of Mystical Moments. So we have 3 tarot decks and 1 oracle deck for this reading here. Let us move to getting the basic card for selection ready. Okay, this is pile number 1. The card popped out by itself. And card number 2. One more card. That's card number 3. Okay. Okay, so these are your 3 cards, 3 piles. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Look at the piles and think of which pile seems to have the answers to your question. You may have more than a single person in mind for whom you want to check what they think about you. If that is the case, you can think of the first person and then think of which pile seems to have the answer to what that person thinks about you. Watch that pile, watch that reading, and then you can think of the next person and you can think again which pile seems to resonate with what they think about you, and then watch the other pile. So you can do that multiple times with different people. Let's get on to the reading. Hi, pile number 1. This is the card that you had selected, Progression's Journey. Now, the oracle deck that you have selected is a very strong oracle card. Let us pull out your tarot cards. What does the person pile number 1 has on mind think? How would they describe them? How will this person describe our pile number 1? The Hangman. Okay. The 4 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. Okay. The first thing I see here with this card, which is an extremely strong card to be describing someone, this card, this person that you have in mind, they think that you do trust the universe. You have the strong trust in the universe and you believe the universe will give you as per your karmic patterns. So they believe you do believe in karma, and they believe that you allow things to unfold as life has planned for you. However, the strong part here is that they believe that you really know that how to respond to this is in your hands. So a according to them, you choose to respond to life situations rather than just going with the flow. So that, in their opinion, makes you a very strong person. So it's like you cannot control what life throws at you, but according to them, you control how you choose to respond. You also control how you can steer your way through life by choosing how to respond. And according to them, this is not a one time thing, this is a continuous, amalgamation of choices that you are making on a day to day basis, which makes you a very strong person. Now, I also see that they think you are the kind of person who is moving from the material outlook to a more spiritual outlook. You are continuously evolving. Uh, you kind of release. You're not the kinds to really hold on to things. You release, you let go. You're kind of flexible according to them, really flexible, in fact. I also see a lot of detachment here, a lot of, kind of this thought that you are relaxed in life. You kind of really take it easy. Do not try and engage in any kind of verbal battles. You try and keep your distance from things. They may also feel that you're a little disengaged from the world in general. You are reserved, introverted, and reticent. You are into finding deeper meaning in life. I see that they really believe you to be strongly spiritual, not material at all, in fact. So with the hangman here, I do see some possibility of material understanding, but gradually you are moving more and more towards uh, a spiritual outlook in life. Let us get some more cards out. I use this deck. Let us see some more cards about what else. How else would they describe you? Okay. So Two of Wands, they think you are a strong decision maker. And the Fool card, so you are enthusiastic. I see that. You are a strong person according to them. And also the Knight of Wands here, and then the Sun card, and I'll pull out one more card. So they see you as having a certain kind of, okay, one card popped up, that's the Chariot card, okay. So I see that, they kind of feel you're extremely enthusiastic, and you have a childlike innocence about you. You're full of life. You kind of really have a lot of energy. I see a lot of energy according to them. You're extremely energetic, filled with, bubbling with, overflowing with energy and warmth. They see you as a happy person, and also someone who gives happiness to others. They also see you as successful and a go-getter. Okay, someone who is really focused about their work, about what needs to be done, who's also an explorer. I see a lot of exploratory explorer kind of energy coming in. Okay, I also see that they believe you make good decisions, long lasting ones, thinking about the future. So they also feel that sometimes you tend to take risks, sometimes you forget about the future, and sometimes you do think about the future. So I see that mix over there. And next I want to pick up some more cards about what they like about you, or what they think is not so, something which is not serving you. Okay. The Empress card. Okay, so here they see you as beautiful, extremely warm and loving, and they really appreciate that in you. They also see you as someone who is again prayerful and spiritual. This is interesting because this particular Empress card brings out the flavor of spirituality again. You are close to Mother Earth, according to them. You are the kind of person who can really manifest whatever they put their heart to. They also see you as motherly, someone who can, okay, someone who can take care of people. Okay, someone who really knows how to nurture their relationships and the people around them. Two of Swords, but then again, I see, that they believe that you do have this slight disconnect with the world, and you may tend to be sometimes in your own world. In fact, oftentimes in your own world. With these three cards here, I see a lot of the sense of, they're seeing you as a recluse, and because of which you may not be open to people, open to a lot of things, even not open to communicating too much. Probably you don't talk that much, according to them, and but they like that about you. Okay. The Six of Coins, they see you as a kind, loving person, which we've already seen the energy here. Very kind, warm, uh, positive, progressive energies coming in. They also believe that you give to everybody freely. You do not think that, you do not think of this, that I will selectively give to someone and not to the other. You will give to anybody, strong or weak. You may also be, according to them, be quite an animal lover. Okay. Now, the next card I want to pull out for is something that they may not be, they feel is not serving you. Three of Swords. Okay, interesting card. So, some, things from the past that are haunting you and are not serving you, they are making you probably sorrowful, a little, uh, maybe that's, according to them, kind of making you, turning you into a recluse. And in the end, I want to pull up some more cards about how they would describe you. Okay, they think you're loving, which we've already seen. Loving again, kind, a lot of positive, loving energy coming in. They also think that you look lovely, beautiful, and expansive. Okay. Knight of Swords. They think you have, a lot of thoughts. You think a lot and you think fast. You are creative with your thoughts and you are very creative with your ideas. Okay, next card. Warm feelings again, sun card again. A lot of warmth coming in repeatedly and childlike innocence coming in. And you're innocent at heart, you're warm hearted, you're the kind of person who will not question people unnecessarily. You will not question people's motives unnecessarily. Okay, devil card. This is interesting because they feel that sometimes you could tend to be repetitive in what you do. You may want to repeat and do the same thing over and over again. You may tempted to do some things which are which may not free you sometimes, which is contradictory to what we saw earlier. So probably they do feel this about you, and they also feel that your actions could sometimes not be good for you. Sometimes the way you act can be obsessive or binding others. So I do see some negative energy here, unstable negative energy. And the last card. Okay, you are a good team player, Three of Pentacles, and you also are good with communication. You know how to sell yourself, you know how to sell stuff, you're a good marketer, you're good with promoting things. So pile number 1, that was your reading. Bye bye. Hi, pile number 2. So this is your card, Mars, motion. Mars, as we know, is a hot and fiery planet. It is an energetic planet. Mars is the planet which gives us physical energy. So this person, they believe that you have a lot of raw energy. They believe you have a lot of potential. So they will describe you to be, first and foremost, physically strong, maybe agile, with a lot of physical energy, strength. Maybe somebody, they would believe that you're into a lot of physical training, could be, or some kind of exercise, some other physical activity. They would also describe you as an independent person, someone who's very enterprising, even willful at times, in fact. They believe that you're a passionate person. They would describe you also as brave because Mars is about the ability to stand up for what you believe in and to stand up for yourself. Mars is also about standing up for those people who are your own kith and kin. So they believe that you're the kind of person who will stand up not only for themselves but also for what they believe in, and more importantly for the people around them, for their own people. So very nice and strong perception of you and description of you to begin with. Let us look at more cards. Let us draw out more cards. Mars is a strong and fiery planet, so they may also see you as having a lot of fire energy within. What does your... Let us draw out 3 cards. Okay, so that's your first Ace of Pentacles. They believe you have the energy to grow things, to manifest things, to make opportunities come your way, and you know how to uh, make the most of all opportunities that come your way. We're also getting this energy here that they believe you, they would describe you to be an explorer, an enterprising person, someone who would kind of really go all out there with all the energy that they have and try and manifest what they believe in, whatever they want in this world. They will try and manifest that. So they believe you will uh, try and grow yourself financially, try and establish yourself in this world, and you have the energy to do so. King of Swords, okay. They also believe you stand for what you believe in, and strongly for that matter. You will speak up for yourself, you will stand by your principles, your morals, your ethics. You will uh, you have no nonsense way of expressing yourself, and they would describe you as someone who kind of is a no nonsense person, basically high on energy, good positive thoughts, lots of ideas, lots of new beginnings, lots of potential to start things. And the Sun card, oh wow, that's a lot of strong positive energy. Pile number two, the person you have on your mind, they really think you to be a strong person who goes all out to achieve what they believe in. They also believe you have some softer sides of you, like they believe you're innocent and soft and good at heart and kind at heart. You could be sharing, warm, but then they believe that you are the kind of person who has everything that it takes to be successful, and they also feel you're success oriented. They feel you have the energy to get what you believe. They also feel you have the what it takes mentally to achieve what you set out to do, and you have the belief system to be victorious, to be uh, maybe popular, to be really out there in the world and establish yourself. They also feel that you believe in yourself. Okay, let us see more about what your person would describe you as. Pile number two, how would your person describe you? Nine of Wands. Okay, so added to that, they believe that you're a hardworking person, and that you may sometimes tend to be a little cautious, which is nice. There's nothing bad about it, especially with the Martian energy here. It is good to have that caution in place. Otherwise, the Martian energy can really go wild and not know how to kind of really, I would say, contain itself. It could actually go into, uh, you know, wildfire. It could become wildfire. Two of Wands. Lots of cards regarding career, regarding your personality is what I see here, and a very strong personality is what you would describe you as. A worldly wise person, a strong decision maker, a strong leader, someone who will weigh the pros and cons before taking a decision, before taking an action, which is fantastic because the Martian energy here always has the risk of going into recklessness. But the cards that you've drawn after that shows that your person believes you to be more than just, you know, the raw Martian energy. They know how you can tap into it and make the most of it. They know that you have the potential to uh, take that energy and streamline it, channelize it so as to produce the best results and not really kind of go haywire with allow the energy to go haywire, which is fantastic. But a lot of wands cards and a lot of energy shown. So yeah, they also believe you to be extremely passionate. Pile number 2, the moon card. So yes, there is a softer side of you too, according to them, and they believe you are creative and you come up with fantastic ideas to do things. And I also see that they believe you know when to speak, when not to speak, even though they believe you to be an extrovert, especially when it comes to doing things and your energy. But you know when to stop. You know when to speak and when to not. You could also be, according to them, sometimes an emotional person. We will need to draw out more cards to see how much they believe you to be emotional. 10 of Wands, oh my god, it's a lot of work, lot of Wands energy, lots of fire energy, lot of work according to them. I wouldn't be surprised if they believe you're a workaholic, and if they believe you take on more, far more than you can handle. Oh, so cute, that's the Lovers card here. So they do believe that you do have a softer side to you. You are a loving and a caring person. You're a good soul, a gentle soul. Internally, you're innocent and childlike. It's a beautiful combination to have as a person, and for them to describe you, it's a beautiful description to, a belief to have about someone. Soft and nice and innocent and clean on the inside in terms of the heart, and in terms of intellect and ideas, brilliant and juicy ideas and creativity flowing through you, and then to have the energy to put all of that into motion in a very planned and methodical way, and also to be able to have your principles in order so that you're using all of that positively and ethically. What an amazing description. Okay, now I want to take out some more cards. Why are these cards popping out before we have? Okay, so I want to kind of take out some cards about to see how they would describe your positives. 3 of Cups. Now this is interesting because they would say that you are a team player. You know how to coordinate with people, how to kind of, uh, get things done, and yet at the same time, keep your team happy. You're also a people's person. You're also a very friendly person, is what they would describe you as. Okay, so the Lovers card here, plus the 3 of Cups here. I see that They do believe you to be a people's person, a loving person, someone who shares, someone who is friendly, maybe even a family person, someone who believes people to be important. And the high priestess, okay, so it's a lot of positive things coming up. I can see that they really believe you to be the ideal person. They would describe you, I mean, uh, emotionally, talk it emotionally, they have a high opinion of you. Talk about mentally, they have good things to speak about you. Talk about energy, they have fantastic things to speak about you. Talk about people, talk about decisions, work, fantastic things to talk about you. And then to talk about spirituality, also, they believe that you're a spiritual person. They like that about you. Uh, they believe you're intuitive, highly intuitive. So, yeah, this is a, a very, very powerful reading. Pile number 2. Let us see some more cards. The Tower. uh, they do believe that you can tend to be a little, you know, it is possible that you've encountered certain disruption in life, and they do not feel too good about that. They believe you may have encountered certain things because of which you are not too happy. Something may have happened and they do not feel too good about that. Sometimes with the Tower card here, I can see they may feel that you've kind of fallen out in a certain way, in the sense that something has thrown you off and they do not feel too well about this. And one more card, Seven of Cups. Okay, they believe that sometimes you're not able to see things as they are. You get confused. You may not have clarity of mind. You may feel that you may be daydreaming. You may be taking that energy and kind of really imagining too much. So that is some place where they feel you would need to get a better grip of yourself. And lastly, I want to ask some, I want to draw out some more cards for you regarding what they think about you in terms of, okay, so 10 of Cups. They believe that you're a beautiful person to look at. You look lovely. They think that you look fantastic. You're the kind of person who is charming, appealing, tender eyes, tender, loving eyes kind of person. Four of Emotions. Okay. This is an interesting card. Okay. Very interesting. They do believe that you're very creative, extremely creative. They feel that you have the ability to see things in more ways than one. You can see things in a way that others cannot. You can see things uh, from different perspectives. But sometimes you may tend to get a little down and out, get a little, sad, depressed, allow yourself to kind of brood over things, or allow yourself to become a little, feel low, allow yourself some negative thinking sometimes. Ten of Voices. This is interesting because on the one hand, they do believe that you're a loving and caring person. On the other hand, they also believe that you're done with emotions, you're finished, you're not interested in them any longer. You kind of maybe had your fill when it comes to emotions. Maybe because they have hurt you in the past, so they believe, you know, they would really describe you as someone who is disoriented about their feelings and not really interested at all. Page of Voices. So experimentative and filled with different creative actions again. And last card is the Muse of Materials. Okay. Now here I see them describing you as someone who is quite stable in the way they communicate, quite, and you may be very fond of, probably discussing practical issues, financial matters, worldly things. So they believe that you can do that and you do that effectively, and you talk a lot about such things, and you speak in a more practical and stable manner. Your energy of communication is quite stable, and you connect very well to the other person when you're communicating. Your way of communication is goal oriented. You know that, okay, I have to reach this, I have to achieve this. You will not just talk without any goal. Even when you communicate, it is a very focused communication. But you are able to connect beautifully to the person you're communicating to. So this is pile number 2, what this person that you have on your mind would describe you to be. Bye bye. Hi, pile number 3. Let us see how your person is going to describe you. How would they describe you? This is your first card. That's Taurus, cultivate. Now, Taurus in the horoscope is the second house of astrology. Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus. So, this house is also about the throat and the neck. So this person does believe you to be into communication, but Taurus is about stability, it is about roots. So this person believes that you're a rooted person. They would describe you to be a person who's solid, rooted, grounded, strong, sometimes even bullish, but someone who communicates a lot and communicates in a stable manner, uh, with a focus, with a determination. You could also be family oriented is what they feel, and also according to them you're a lot about you would have good knowledge of finances. You're a lot about how to invest money, earn money, have financial knowledge. I also get the feeling that they would describe you to be a foodie, a nature lover, someone who would enjoy being with, you know, natural surroundings, and would love to indulge in a good meal, eat well, eat healthy, drink good stuff. Also, someone who is a lot about communication. Some of your people may believe you to be good singers. So that's your first oracle card. Let's get some more cards out to see how your person would describe you. Seven of Cups. Okay. Now, that's a complete contrast of energies here from the Tauran energy. How would pile number 3, how would their person describe them? Six of Wands. Okay, back to some similarity in terms of energy, but I do see contrasting, challenging energies. On the one hand, very stable, very rooted. On the other hand, okay, this card wants to say something. Three of Swords. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay, see. Now, your person would say that on the one hand, you're such a dynamic and stable person. A dynamic in the sense that solid person, rooted person. On the other hand, you're a dreamer. You, on the one hand, can have a very clear perspective. On the other hand, you may not be as focused. You may be not able to see things as clearly. So on the one hand, you're a very focused and stable person. On the other hand, you're a fluid person. On the one hand, you like to be structured and stay where you want to stay. On the other hand, you like to move about. So this person feels that you have different dimensions to you. Also, with the Six of Wands here, they believe that you are, of course, you're a helpful person. You know how to collaborate with people and anybody for that matter, but you also know how to reach great heights. You are success oriented. You're a victorious person. But then they also feel that you've been hurt in the past, and they believe that you could you do carry that hurt around within you, and that kind of is continuously stinging you. Okay, so I want to pull out some more cards. Queen of Coins. See, again, another coin. So you're a lot about, you know how to grow finances, okay, big time. Some of them may, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are into financial education or financial professions related to finances, accounts, knowing your accounts, knowing your finances, knowing how to kind of, you know, take up something like property, take up something like land, make profit out of it, start a business, grow it, make sure that the business is profitable. Six of Swords. Now, very contradicting energies again. So, on the one hand, they believe you to be the kind of person who enjoys being in one place. On the other hand, you enjoy travel as well. They believe you to be a helpful person. They believe you're a success oriented person. Really go on and achieve what you want to. The Empress card. It's a lot about having the potential to nurture, care for people, and uh, again, like Mother Earth, like the Queen of Coins, like Taurus, they believe you have. They would really describe you as someone, whom you give a seed to and they'll make a tree out of it. Someone who has the potential to really expand things big time. Like the womb here that you see, like the finances here that you see, like the greens here that you see. Someone who can actually take a little idea and convert that into a profitable business with a huge turnover. The Sun card, they believe it to be warm as sunshine, loving, interactive, open, and communicative. Okay. The Hermit. Now that's again, so they do believe, they see you as full of diverse things and full of contradictions. So on the one hand, we have the Sun card and then we have the Hermit card. So you can be interactive, but then you can also be a recluse, and probably because of the hurt in the past, you've kind of gone into hiding, and they believe you've been hurt, which is why you want to stay to yourself, not interact too much with people. Okay, please tell us what they like about King of Cups. Now again, see, you are pile number 3. You are the kind of person, or else they would describe you as the kind of person who is full of different aspects, different and contradictory, completely diversely opposite aspects to your personality. You can be warm and caring and loving and nurturing, and then you can be completely reclusive and introverted and withdrawn at the same time. With the King of Cups here, they really like it when you are loving. They feel you have the ability to understand emotions in a way that nobody else does. They believe you have the potential to see things in detail, understand people. You have a very good understanding of people, of human emotions, of the way humans work. And then you have the ability to kind of walk into a party which was lifeless and then suddenly make sure that everything is alive again. They actually love that about you. Queen of Wands. Lots of queens coming in. Again, they love the way you work. They love the way you are completely creative, work oriented. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are into finances, yes, but then also into businesses of, uh, things like agriculture, fertilizers, or any profession which is close to Mother Earth, which is close to kind of producing plants, crops, farmers, farming, growing crops. So these kinds of professions you could be into because you're drawing a lot of such cards. King of Wands. God, that's a lot of court cards, a lot of kings, and a lot of queens. Wow. So your person sees you as a strong leader. They see you as a person who can really lead, can really take on a team to start great new projects. It's a lot of quote cards. So, okay, the Tower. So here, that's slightly unstable and disruptive energy. You know, with the Hermit and the Three of Swords, I'm quite sure that they believe you've been through something major in life. And whatever it is has kind of shaken you up. They don't like that it's shaken you up. They do feel that you have a slightly, kind of a darker side to you, which is full of angst, which is full of, which has kind of been shattered and broken a little. And they do feel slightly uh, uncomfortable about this aspect of you. Ace of Voices. Okay, they believe you have sharp features and they believe you have kind of an interesting personality with diverse kind of looks. You're experimentative with your looks. I hope you can see the cards here. And Awakening. I think you're a kind of person who's free in terms of their thoughts, who forgives easily, who lets go, releases, kind of does not really hold on to petty things. And the Nine of Materials. You are uh, quite comfortable when it comes to your feelings, according to them. Quite emotional also, practical also in your feelings. Ten of Voices. Okay. They feel that you're kind of through with your, you know, this is an interesting card. Let's draw out a clarifier for this because Ten of Voices here, when you are so action oriented, seems quite out of place. Please clarify this card for us. Okay. Yeah, so they do believe you to be a kind, loving person and someone who shares, who believes in sharing and caring. But for the time being, I think you may be taking a pause from things, especially when it comes to actions. You may want to just rest for a while, is the thing that I'm getting here. And your last card, pile number 3, is the 7 of Voices. Okay. Now, this is another card we're going to pull out a clarifier for, because again, the energies are not matching. So let's see. They believe you're good with communication, and you kind of talk very practically. Again, the Empress card. They do believe you're good with communication. And you may reflect all the knowledge that you have, especially regarding your work, regarding finances. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are into gardening and into growing things. So all the knowledge that you have, you like to talk about it and share that. So pile number 3, that was your reading. Bye-bye.